So the picnic final is a really good opportunity for the picnic riders to experience what it's like to, be on a professional track and kind of get a feel for, those more open spaces, I guess. We're quite used to small, tight turning tracks with short straights and, a few tricky turns and whatnot. So it's going to be quite interesting to have that little bit extra room to get moving and see how the race pans out. It's been my career best season this year. I rode 20 winners. I had a Druin Cup win. I won the Golden Thong at Healesville on SACRA, who I'm riding tomorrow night, which was probably a highlight for me. It's one race that I have wanted to target for the last couple of years, and to win it on her was extra special. She's been a good horse to me this season, so that was really cool. And I rode my 50th career winner as well this season. So I've kicked a lot of goals that I'd set for myself, and I was just really happy with how the whole season turned out.
Given the perfect ride by Mel McDonald, and that completes a riding treble for Mel, who's riding in great form.
So I've always wanted to be a jockey. It's been a lifelong dream, but most of my life I battled with my weight. I do have an autoimmune condition which affects my thyroid, which then in turn affects my metabolism and everything else that works in my body. So that's made keeping my weight under control a bit difficult. I started out in South Australia at the age of 15 with Mel McDonald, and I spent probably 15 years working at Morphettville. I did travel to Queensland for a brief stint and also went up to Alice Springs for about 5 months for their carnival season a few years back. But I decided to make the move to Victoria. It'll be nearly 6 years ago now when I found out about the picnic scene, because as you know, picnic jockeys carry that little bit of extra weight, and I thought that's an easier target for me to reach to actually get my goal. So I've done that. I've achieved what I wanted to, and my body's actually cooperating with me better than ever now. So I'm hoping that possibly in the next 12 months I can maybe take that next step and look to possibly going to the pros if I can bring it down a little bit further.
We're ready to rock and roll.
I won the Cranbourne Grand Final here in my second season of riding on a horse named Pepino for Damien Walkley, and it was a very interesting night. It was absolutely pelting down with rain. We were saturated before we even got on the horses, so coming in and weighing in after the race, we were all, I think it was 2 kilos overweight with the amount of water that we'd collected on the way. But it was a really thrilling night for me. I was still technically an apprentice at the time. He was a really gutsy horse. Obviously vision was a little bit tricky with how thick the rain was, but he just kind of travelled into the race really easy for me, and when I asked him to go, he let down, just so much better than everything else. He relished the wet track, so yeah, it was great. SACRA's been just phenomenal for me this season. 8 starts for 6 wins and never out of the top 4. She's a gutsy mare. She just tries her heart out every time she goes out there, and she's just such a lovely ride too. She's been quite versatile, she's won from 1600 up to 2300 this season. So she's kind of proved that she's competitive on a number of different levels, and she's worked through her grades really, really well. So really stoked with how she's come along and improved with each run. And I think she's in with every chance tomorrow night. Fingers crossed. That's all we can hope for. But I think she's going to be very competitive.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Mel McDonald.
Picnic racing's, it's a great place for a lot of riders to start out, even if they are sort of wanting to go to the pros afterwards. It's a really good baseline experience, to get that race riding experience without so much pressure. And it's good fun, you know. The trainers enjoy it because it's more laid back, the jockeys enjoy it. You know, we get to do the same job as the professionals without the same sort of pressures, and it's just a really good atmosphere. You know, the crowds love it, and I'd love to see more people getting behind picnics and giving it a go. You know, it's a great day out. You can bring your own food and drinks and just enjoy the day, and you know, it's a very relaxed atmosphere.